Castle Age added pets going on 2 years ago. I did a video just at the end of the 13-year anniversary, and there have been some changes. Mostly the number of pets, and now we can link more pets. So this video will probably cover a lot of the same material as long as some new things. So if you go into your keep, you can see your pets when you scroll down. Pets. So I've got more pets than I did last time. I had 4 at the end of the video. Now I've got, I want to say like 15. Yep, 15. Your eggs, if you have any, show up. I currently have none. And then your pet shards. So what you would do to actually get the pet is you'd get it from some event or a store, and then it'll show up as a pet egg, and in the section for the pet eggs you would consume the egg. If you don't have the pet, then it'll be showing up in your pet sections after you consume the egg. Otherwise, your egg will convert into 30 soul shards of the corresponding pet, and they'll show up in the bottom here of the pet shard section. There are also these universal pet shards that you can convert to a particular type of pet in the pets tab. However, note that you have to have an egg first to get a pet. For instance, I have the flame raven, 120 fragments, the elf rabbit shards, 180, and I do not have either of these pets, and I cannot get those pets just from the shards. So if there's like an event and you have an option of getting shards or eggs, get the egg first, because you will not be able to use the shards without the egg. So normally in the gameplay, you can buy pet eggs from the Oracle under the favorite pets, and they only have 5. So there's one for clerics, one for rogues, one for warriors, and none for mages. And then you have like these 2 elf rabbit and sage of the forest, which are useful for, well, in theory useful for anyone. The rabbit will increase the physical resistance, and the sage will do some health benefits. And the eggs cost 20 favor points versus heroes costing 30. You can get up to 8 eggs, and then you're going to be cut off. You can also buy them if you go to the Nightmare Emporium. So if you go to the Mystic Emporium, you have 3 tabs here now. This is like another newer feature. So in the Nightmare section, which is for Nightmare monsters, you get the Nightmare crystals. So I have 18,000 of them currently. You can buy the Firebolt egg for 4,500, or you can buy the Elf Dragon egg for 4,500. And then you can also buy soul shards for either of those 2 pets. In the guild section, you do not get eggs, but you can sometimes buy the soul shards. And you can buy them twice. So the first time it was like 250 guild coins. The second time it's 500. And you're still just getting 15 of the shards. So I have been buying the Pegasus Elf Soul Shards because this is a useful pet. The Forest Fairy shows up here, and I believe a couple others, but these are currently the only ones I buy. You may note the golden insignia for artifacts are in here too. And you can get heroes sometimes, but these are expensive, and the insignia also are expensive. And another place where you can get pets is from the 100 versus 100 rewards. So you have to go into your guild home and rewards, or you can go through your managed battles. There's a way that you can get here from there too. So these are also more artifacts, crystals, insignia. Um, the artifact itself requires gold rank, so it's not impossible to get this if you're in a small guild. So what I'm looking for are the pets. So this time around, this season, you have Sage of the Forest Egg for 300 guild coins. So I could have bought it for 20 favor points in the from the Oracle, or I could use this route, and this felt cheaper, so this is what I ended up doing, and this is available at gold. The new pet was the jellyfish, and that required gold ring. I was thinking it was platinum, but so you can get it at gold, 5,000 guild coins. You can get shards for it at gold, you get some more shards for it at platinum, and you also get some more shards for it if you can get to Vanguard. But these do cost quite a lot. Like right here, 9,000 to get 60 shards. And here you have 20 shards for 3,000, 10 shards, 1,500. Sort of the same actually. But like I say, it doesn't do you any good to have the shards if you didn't get the egg first. And when did they add these? This last season they added the pet eggs into the 100 versus 100 rewards. And if you're only going to, if you have a limited budget for guild coins, which should be most of us, you may want to just get the egg and not get these solo shards, because just having the egg will let you take advantage of the shards if they are available in the future at some point. And having more pets gives you more options for functionality, because the pets themselves are just like weaker versions of heroes. And also, like I mentioned, you can get them from events. In my previous video, I showed getting some the Hell Viper egg from the event, and also I had the Crystal Whelp egg from that event. The Crystal Whelp has come up in some promos and some other events, so as prizes, so it's not like it was that hard to get. The Hell Viper has not come up again. So in the Pets tab, which you get to from the Heroes and Pets options, you can see the current setup from your pet. So I have Moonlight Dragon, and actually it must have been the last 2 seasons they had the new pets added. So this is the 3rd season with a new pet in 100 versus 100 rewards. And you can see them on the top too. You have this pet arrow next to your hero, and that will bring up your current pets. If you want to change one of the pets from here, you can click on the arrow, and like I could pick Thunder Eagle and put it into the first link. And then if I refresh down here for the pets, it shows up first. But let's look at this with the Moonlight Dragon. Refresh this, then look at my set. So all your pets are shown at the top that you have active, and all of your pets are down here at the bottom. In the middle here you can see the bonuses that you're getting from your pets. So you have a race bonus, and this depends on the levels and the total levels of each race of the pets. Then you have the skills from all the pets, because these all combine. And then you have these status, attack and defense, that are coming from your pets. And these will show up in your cape, and they'll be combined with your attack and defense from the race bonuses in your cape when you look at your stats. Like for instance, I have 319 attack from pets and 415 defense from pets. There's 3 types of pets, or I should say pet races. You have the forest fairies, which have this green icon, and then you have dragons with a blue icon, and you have demons with a purple icon. The demon race pets are the fewest in the game at the moment. When you put your pets together in the array, which is basically the same thing as a hero alliance, you get 50% normally to the attack and defense. But if you have the second pet matches the first one, then you get a 60% bonus instead of just 50. And if the third one also matches the second one and the first one, then that will also get a 60% bonus. If you had these in a different order, then that bonus would go away. This is actually incorrect, where it says 60% at the moment. It's weird. Okay, it's showing up. I don't believe it. So your race bonuses depend on the total levels of your pets of a given race. So I have 40 levels of fairies, and when I click on this green icon in the race buff, it will bring up the bonuses that I have for the fairies. It tells me the total levels of the fairy pets and the total number of fairy pets in the battle. And you can see on the top, these are all the fairy pets currently in the game. The ones that are fighting are the ones that you have in your lineup, and the color ones are the ones you have. So these bonuses will go up to level 240, and the only way to get that high is to have 3 level 80 pets. And the bonuses you get will be attack and defense. You'll get some little bits of elemental attack or defense. Your pets themselves can get some bonuses, and your runes also can get some bonuses. So like these 2 pets, level 30, I get plus 22 my health rune. And that will show up in your keep when you look at your health rune. I have plus 67 bonus to it. 20 of that is from these pets. And the rest is probably the artifacts and from the fire dragon. And the bonus for the dragon, just a whelp only, well, I guess there's less dragons than demons. one 30 level pet, and so I have 30 levels bonus, some attack rune bonus, and some damage rune bonus. And then I get like these little token fire piercing earth resistance. At higher levels you get different things, wind pierce, water resistance, bonus to dragon attack and dragon defense. But you only get these bonuses if your pets are high enough level. If I had, for instance, a jellyfish here, it will still show the purple icon for demons, but my bonuses are very low, and the reason is because I only have a level 2 pet. It's not high enough to provide a bonus. So I have leveled up some pets, not others. The way to level up pets is to, I don't know, pick a pet you want to level up. Like for instance, diseased rat. And also from in here you can look at your pet bonuses, your for the race. So you have this row for leveling up. Click on it, and then you have the option to use these upgrade crystals individually. So that added 25 to the experience of the diseased rat. And I should mention, the attack and defense will go up with each level, but this pet skill only goes up every 5 levels. Unless you promote it, which is down at the bottom. So I can just hit this upgrade 1 level, and that should use 325 experience, the small crystals, right? Because you have small, you got medium, and you got large. With different difficulties of obtaining and different experience amounts. So when you use the level up option, it will tell you at the top what you've used. So 0 large, 0 medium, I used 3 small upgrade crystals. It gained 75 experience. It only needed 55 more to go up a level, so all of that extra, it did carry over. I was thinking it was all lost. I guess that's just with the furnace. And the pet went up 1 level. Now I can keep leveling up until it gets to level 5, and then I'm kind of stuck. So to get beyond level 5, I actually need to raise the level cap. And this will let it go up by 5 levels every time. So if you were looking at heroes, you know, it's much the same. You have a general alliance, and you have your generals with it, but with pets, you're using pets instead of generals. And if you want to level up a general, you would, for instance, hit the max level. It's the same as raising the cap, and you use different resources to go up, and then instead of using upgrade crystals, you would use your potion to give it 85,000 experience. So the pets are the same. They're different, but they're the same. Likewise, you have stars, so this rat has only got 1 star on it. And the way to raise the number of stars is to have more soul shards. And you would use the soul shards on the bottom here it actually goes through multiple stages. So this is 1 star complete, if I complete this first star stage, the attack and defense power increase by 5%. So just the attack and defense and not the pet skill. If I get to 2 stars, then the skill improvement is 1 times. So that would be like doing a power up and actually achieving that power up. I don't have any shards for the disease rat. Actually, I don't have any that I can promote at this time, any pets. The level cap, you have the 4 elements. Mostly what you use is the fire and the water. So for instance, 10 each of those, and I currently have like over 200 of all 4 types. So you just have to confirm it, and then your level cap goes to 10. You don't get any improvements until you actually level up your pet. You should know, like on the bottom here, you have 1 star, so it's 1 star, and then you get this next one, it's 1 star, 1 stage, and then 2 star. Once you get to level 4, like with my crystal whelp, you now go from 4 stars to 4 stars, 1 stage, your attack and defense go up. Then you go to 4 star, 2 stages, and your skill improvement goes up. And then you go to 5 stars, where your skills go up again. So this starts adding another step into adding stars for your pets, so it's going to take longer to advance them, and more fragments too, because right now I need 150. So if I was close, then like on the forest fairy, and it pops into where I'm at on here. Currently as 5 star 2 stages complete. If I was trying to get up 1 more to 6 stars, then I need 120 fragments, and I only have 115. What I could do is I could click this plus icon here under promote, and this would let me convert some universal soul shards into the forest fairy soul shards. And I need 5, so I could just, do 5 and then confirm. But these are really easy to get, and I don't want to use my universal soul shards for this, just because it would be a bad idea. But I could do this, and then I would have 120, and I could promote up to 6 stars. As it is, whenever these come up again, I will definitely be able to get to 6 stars. And you can even buy these in the Guild Emporium, but I don't even recommend doing that, because you can get these prizes in events. I believe I got like 30 from the last event. You can get them from like meteorite if you get enough gold meteorites. So I've gone over, I believe, all these level up, power up, promote, looking at the race bonus. And you can see your set bonuses when you come in here. One thing that I should emphasize, like with your heroes, I forget who I'm looking for now. King. like the right tab. And the general alliances. You get the full bonus of the Master General. So Kang gives crit chance 16% at the moment. When I look at the hero power bonus, it shows me what I would get if I had a second or third general, or generals with the same ability in the second or third slot, that also have crit chance. So like down here, you can see I have Agamemnon, Dolomer, Orc King, Slayer. These all have crit chances, and if I put them in with King, then his bonus would increase. However, whoever I put in this primary slot, I'd only get 25% of their bonus transferred over to King. And if they were in the third slot, I'd only get 16% of their bonus. However, with pets, I use this lineup in my battle array. I have Hell Viper 12.43%. I have Wood Dragon 14%. And these two combine. So I have 26.43. I'm not getting like a reduced amount because one is second. So you see when you want them to go up, you need these upgrade crystals, and you need these elemental crystals to increase the cap. And you get these from mining at the elf mine. And whenever you do it, you're going to have to use one of these three options: energy, stamina, or a mining sprite. And you can see I currently have 160 mining sprites, and there's a cap of 300. I'm not sure if this is a hard cap or not, because I have never tried to go over it. Then you have this fatigue amount. The most you can have a day is 100. And every day this will reset back down to 0. You have a level for your mine. As you mine stuff, this will gain experience and it'll go up. And you do not start with the option to mine for 4 hours. You have to level up your mine to do this. And as you're leveling up, the rate of production increases, the probability increases. This large upgrade crystal is higher than the medium, but that's because I have a hero boosting it. And you have the options of doing these other mines. So you can do 1, 2, or 4 hours of fire, water, earth, wind. And this drop down is a little bit weird in my opinion. Because it's, if you use the arrows, it just confuses me a bit. Because it doesn't leave the order in the same. The order changes to whatever you're on is at the top, but the rest of them are still in the same order. It's kind of loopy. So I have level 10 mine. Currently that's the max, so I get like 10 of the elements if I mine for 4 hours. Except for the wind elf mine, it's only 8. So the elemental mines take multiples of 2 mine elves or mine sprites. Right, so it'd be like 2, 4, or 8 sprites depending on how long I want to do. The upgrade crystals in the north of the mine option, you start at 1 hour, you only get these small upgrade crystals, but there's under a 100% chance of getting them. If you do the medium upgrades for 2 hours, you have it maxes at 50%. I mean, it is lower. This small upgrade crystals every hour, you will get 4 small crystals. The medium ones for every 2 hours, or no, I should say it's like you get 2 of them for every hour, and you have a 50% chance of getting them. So with 2 hours, I could get 4 medium upgrade crystals, or I could get 0, or I could get 2. Now when I go to the 4 hour, I have the additional ability to get the large upgrade crystals. I still have the same chances for the mediums. And the rate, the number of sprites I use, this changes, right? So it started with 1 for 1 hour, and then 2 hours it goes to 4, and then for 4 hours it takes 10. So this is different than the elemental mines. Also, if you had tried to use energy, you have different amounts. 4 hours, 1,000, or 400, or 200, I believe. No, just 100, sorry. And the stamina requirements are half of these. So 500 stam for 4 hours. The elemental mines are just a linear amount. No, 100, 200 for... No, that's not right. Oh yeah, I'm looking at stam. So 400 stam. I was thinking of energy being 800. So different costs, and these have different amounts of fatigue. Right, so the elemental mines, you have 25 fatigue for 1 hour, and then it goes to 50, then 100. So regardless of what options you use, you can get to 100 fatigue. But if you do the upgrade crystals, the 1 hour option is only 20 fatigue, but the 2 hour is 50. So if you did a 1 hour and you're trying to get to 100 fatigue, you'd have to stick with the 1 hour mining every time. Otherwise, you could end up with like 90 fatigue for the day. And this is just for the energy and stamina usage. Notice if you're doing mining sprites, there is 0 fatigue. It doesn't matter how long you're doing it. So like this 66%, just to show you this, I have this hero nymph who comes from one of the pet events. The hero skills take effect when not equipped. Your autocompletes go up by 2, and your probability of getting large upgrade crystals is plus 26. So now that I have her active, if I come back here and I want to mine for 4 hours, I only have 40% chance. Because if you have nymph, then you must actually not have her equipped when you start mining to get her bonus. This caused a lot of confusion when she was first introduced, and people were trying to to get the bonus from her. So now every day you can buy sprites 3 times. The first time you want to buy them, it's free. You can get 5 of them for free. So every day I do try to buy these. Like it says, 2 more options. I bought some for free. So the next ones are like 5 favor points for 10 of them. And then you can buy one more time after this with more favor points. This is during the normal course of the game. During the Fairy Forest event, you will actually get more sprites. You can buy 10 free ones per day. So I can show you this. 4 hours, 10 mining sprites, 0 fatigue. 66% chance here. So I'll start digging. So it tells you that you're digging and you use sprites and you have 0 fatigue. So you can really just mine as long as you want until you're at 100 fatigue, and then you can still keep mining if you use sprites. So there's this autocomplete function here. I had thought let's use favor points, but actually it does not. So I can just hit autocomplete. You've completed the excavation. 3 more complete left today. So I have 2 extra from them. So normally you can only do this twice a day. So once you're done with your, well, I auto completed, but if this went for 4 hours or however long you're mining, you can just hit collect. So up on top it tells you how many you got. So I got 16 small, which was, it's guaranteed. Medium only 2, so that was I think 8 max, and I got a 1 large upgrade crystal. I could also have mined for some elements. For instance, I could do like 4 hours here of water mine, 8 mining elf. So hit start digging. Used up sprites. Hit autocomplete. So I've completed this. 2 more times left. Collect. So whenever you're mining, you're getting experience to help increase your mine level. And it didn't really matter if you're using energy stem or the mining sprites. And then I got water elemental dust for 40 of them. Oops, I looked at the wrong thing. It went back to the first option. So the output rate was 10 per hour. I had 4 hours, so I had 40 dust. But now the dust, you have to go to your alchemy, and I have added these into my favorites. And then you just hit create. So 40 dust, and it takes 5 dust to make 1 crystal, so I get 8 of these crystals from all that dust. And the rates are not the same, so the earth and wind elements take twice as much dust to get 1 crystal, and the wind you get less of it every time you mine compared to the others. But if you don't have these set up in your favorites, you would go to all, filter for hero potions, because nothing says potions like dust. I would click available just to sort it. Usually puts it near the top, but this is actually a small list anyways. So you can see down here the elemental crystals, and the way to add these to your favorites is just to click on this heart. Click once to add it, click once to remove it. sometimes these get messed up after updates, and then you'll have the wrong things in your favorites. So you can see I also have the potions for hero level ups in my favorites as well. And you can check these in your keep. In your consumables, you'll have the upgrade crystals, small, medium, and large. If you get to 999 of any of these crystals, it tells you that you can't get more and asks you to confirm collection. In actuality, you can have, I don't think there's a limit on the small or the medium upgrade crystals, but someone has said they have run into a hard limit of 999 of the large upgrade crystals. For some reason, the elemental crystals are down in the artifact section. So you can see down here, water, fire, earth, air, over 200 of each. You can also get these mine crystal chests in events as prizes. You can have more than 100. This is just I use them up and where I ended. So every time you do this, you consume these, you can get elemental crystals for your pets, or you can get the upgrade crystals. So if you're stuck during an event, then you can burn through a bunch of these, try to get out of your predicament. And of course, if you're looking at your pets, you'll also be able to see these when you click on your pet and you're looking to do the upgrades. Obviously, you have your upgrade crystals listed here, and then you have your elemental ones listed down below. So the Hell Viper, here's an example of a pet that requires all 4 of the elements to go up. And to get to level, or I should say to increase the cap to level 45 takes the equal amount of all of these. Try to remember, like, this is the crystal whelp, and it has weird amounts. So you need 31 of the water, 24 earth, 15 fire, and 25 wind. So it doesn't have to be the same amounts. It doesn't have to follow some progression that you might expect to be logical. So one of the things that I noticed not long ago that was very convenient is that in your loadouts, which hopefully you are using loadouts because it makes your life very much simpler. When you go to your pets, originally I thought you had to remove all of your pets and then put them all back in, which is a really lengthy process. I mean, just to get it to highlight takes a while. But that is not the case. You can actually just highlight a pet at the top and then pick whichever pet you want to add into your set, your pet array. So I removed the crystal whelp, so let's just say I want to put that in first. So now I hit, it went into the first slot, so I hit save changes. But now I want to add something in here, so I click on the third link. And then I can add the moonlight butterfly in. Hit save changes. So now I have the same pets in a different order. What we can do instead is to just pick where you want the, like I have the Moonlight Dragon third, or Moonlight Butterfly third. I want to go into the Crystal Whelp slot. So I select the Crystal Whelp. And then I select the Moonlight Butterfly. And now it has swapped the two of them, and I hit Save Changes, and it's back to the way it was originally. Or if I wanted the Hell Viper in here for some reason, click on Ends, click on Hell Viper, and Save Changes. So this is a lot faster. And in the pet section, you have, they haven't, I think, intended to have 5 pets eventually. Currently, just 3. So you have the master pet in the middle, then the second one, then the third one. So I don't actually want it this way, so I'll put it back. And these numbers in here for the percentages are more likely to be wrong than they are in the pet sections. Because sometimes we'll see link 110%. And I don't think it should actually go over 100. So you have in the loadouts a bit of a mixed blessing here. You have to set every loadout individually. But whenever you do change it, you don't have the rigid format of the hero alliances. So if I have Daphne and I put her into different loadouts, it will always be the same alliance of heroes. I mean, right now I have Daphne, Tora, Hermidor, and it'll always be the same for every loadout. With the pets, you can have different combinations, right? Because I have, in this particular loadout for healing, I have the Moonlight Dragon and the Pegasus Elf and the Crystal Whelp, while up in my normal defensive loadout, Moonlight Dragon and Crystal Whelp. So that is one advantage. If you wanted to get rid of these pets, it's a bit tricky, because if you have one in here, like your pets here, you're just changing them out, you're not getting rid of pets. I do have like a loadout here, weak, and in this loadout I'm just trying to get the weakest things I can. So in the pets I have just one pet active, the Royal Griffin. Level 1, maybe not the weakest pet I have. But you can see if I actually use this loadout weak, I only have one pet active at the top here. The other 2 have been forced out. But if I look at this loadout test, I think I set this up. I have no pet selected. But what happens is, instead of getting rid of all of the pets, like if you look at my equipment, I have no equipment and I have no guild power set. So if I go to this test loadout, even though I have no pets selected, it actually has the Royal Griffin set because that was what I had set last. If I go to my Cleric Defense loadout and then I go back to test, no, I have these same 3 pets active because with the pets it didn't actually change anything. But if you look at my class, I have no guild ability set because I have none set in that loadout. And if you look at the keep stats, then I don't get the bonuses from any of those, any of this equipment I have here. Right, and I know some of these have resistances or piercing on them. But because they weren't set in the loadout, I'm not getting those bonuses. And it will show up here too in my stats. My bonuses here are smaller because I'm missing all of these equipment and the chaos gems from them. So, like always, if you get new equipment, you get new pets, you move your any of your runes around, you'll want to go back into your loadouts and make sure you have them set up correctly. It's a rather important step to see, and I know some people may not actually be following it. So I went back to my normal loadout here and I have my bonuses showing up again because it's all active from my loadouts. So there was an event added for pets called the Forest Fairy event, or the Fairy Forest event. I get them mixed up. So in this event, just like a heads up thing, it's not running currently. This has been changed a couple times. Okay, so this post didn't have everything like I was hoping it would. But there's 2 ways to get experience or points for this event. Originally, you needed to. I mean, I shouldn't put it this way. There were like 3 types of rewards. You had like a personal reward, and then there was a leaderboard. You know, like with the meteorite event, whoever has the most points gets the hero. And then they had a 3rd reward, which I think might only have been in the 2nd version, where if everyone in the game reached some cumulative total, then everyone would get some kind of reward. But now it's just you get as many points as you can, and then you get prizes from it. Much like with the recent Battle Pass event, you had chess. They just took that out too today. So you go and you check your points, and then you hit collect for everything. But you would get points from doing 2 things. You would get them from mining, and this is one reason why I have sprites saved up. I try to get to 250 sprites, and then I don't want to hit this 300, so I'll keep using them, so it kind of stay around 250. So 5 sprites a day. If I mine for 4 hours, like every other day, I might mine 4 hours. But generally, I don't mine a whole lot. Just if I need to use up a lot of stam or energy at level up for some reason. I mean, if I could do this every day with energy or stamina, that would be an option, just to keep getting upgrade crystals, or to get the elemental dust to make the elemental crystals. Okay, so the first part of the event is just like mine, mine, mine. And the autocomplete option, because that goes up by 2, and if you have the nymph hero, then you're looking at like 7 autocompletes a day. So even if you have 250 sprites, you can burn through them really fast. I mean, you do the autocompletes until you run out of sprites, and then you could like mine with energy or stamp and get to 100 fatigue. That's the first part, and it will tell you in the event it has a line for points from mining, and then you have another line which is like points from leveling up or your upgrade crystals. So every time you are doing your level ups and you're using these crystals, small, medium, large, they each have different points. Largest, of course, having the most points. So those points all add up and they are in that second line. So then the total of them determines what prizes you can get. So what I do just to prepare for it is to save up my sprites, and then I try not to level up pets until the event, just because the getting enough points to eventually get another copy of Nymph it takes quite a bit. And potentially you could get 2 copies of Nymph, and then you go on and you could get the universal shards 2 times. You can get them, I don't remember, it's like 5 or 10 each time. I don't usually aim that high, I just try to get Nymph so I can get more stars on her. And then the other prizes you get in that event are largely just soul shards and upgrade crystals, things to help your pets get level or get higher in levels. And then there's a second event which they've only run one time called Pets Battles. And the Pets Battle is a lot like War. So like in War you have, you set up your War Council, but instead of having 7 people in it, it's just 4. At least that first time, because you can only have 3 pets in a link. I don't know why. Anyways, the first person is always you, and then you have 3 towers, and you put your pets in them. And just like War, you try to battle other people with their pets. And just like with War, you have different points for each of the gates. But instead of the equipment that you have assigned to your heroes randomly in War, you get to pick abilities to give to your pets. I'm not sure if I have a picture of it here. This one might show. So in this case, I attacked another player, and I have these abilities. This is at the start of the battle, or the event, I should say. So left gave a bonus to the left column. I'm not sure if that was the hero or if it only applies to the pets, because it was their first time and no one knew what was going on. And this red means it did not apply. If it were green, it would mean it did apply. Or it did apply and I lost. I don't remember. But you can see my hero and then the pets I was using. Then I had abilities assigned to them. Excuse me. And then you can see, just like with War, I got the X, 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 X to show that I had won all of these. But you'll see they still had some points, because in this Pets Battle, Instead of being all or nothing for each gate, you get points for winning, and even if you lose, you still get some points. So in this case, I think maybe it was like 3 points on a loss. No. Sorry, this is kind of been a while since I looked at this. So 2 points on a loss for the pet, and 3 points on a loss for the hero. But one of the abilities I found most useful was to change number of points if you were to win or lose. It is literally like different ability. One if you win changes the points, one if you lose changes the points. So like you see, I have 3 abilities set and they have 0 abilities set. The reason this happens, I think, is because during the event you have one lineup to attack with, and then you have a second lineup of pets to defend with. And I believe actually this particular player during the event, because not everyone may have had 3 pets to use, I mean, everyone gets the forest fairy, but all the other pets you have to buy or win. So you could have just the one pet during the event. They actually gave everyone 3 pets, 1 fairy, 1 dragon, and 1 demon, and I believe that's what this particular player is using. It's just the probably the default load up, so maybe their best hero or the hero that they have active, I think, and then just their 3 best pets got put into the defensive slot. And even if you see players with, you know, different pets here, they still may not have abilities. I don't know why that happened. Maybe they just didn't understand they needed to set them up separately. But like I say, this was a lot like war. You try to win all of these to get max points, and whoever has the most points wins. So if it was actually close, you could try changing the abilities that you have your pets using to try and shift it from a loss to a win. And the prizes for this, it was just like, you know, ranking up in war. You would get the points, and you would get the rewards as soon as you got to that rank. Just like in war, if you went up in ranks, you would be able to have these prizes immediately. Right, you would get like 1 barbarian captain, 1 ornate axe, and you'd have to like go and buy more of them, but the option's there. I'm lost. Okay. And this event used tokens. So as soon as you go into the event, there's a counter for the tokens that starts. If you never go into it, it'll never start, and your tokens won't accumulate. But there was no cap for the tokens, so you could go in on the first day, get your counter started, maybe do some battles, and then come back. So it's like 6 or 7 days, and then just try to use all your tokens at the very end to go up in ranks, because you're fighting people who have gone up in ranks throughout the battle, and now you're hitting them, and you're getting more points for winning against a higher rank. But there were some limits. Like if you're a rank 1 novice, you could hit rank 4 and up. You would get like the same points. It didn't matter how high they were. So that was just the second type of pet event. And it's entirely possible that whenever they add it back in, it will be different. just like they've changed this fairy forest event like 3 times. So that, I think, is most of what has changed, as well as the general basics of pets, which I hope is useful for somebody.